page, it should show.
Yeah, it'll be there.
Okay, then let me.
Oh, come here.
Shows that it's upcoming live in 113 minutes.
Oh, okay. So my internet thinks it's freaking. I don't understand that.
Sweet old hat.
Oh yeah, it's a story for the podcast.
Oh boy.
Okay. Why is your camera gone?
Oh,
there it goes. Okay, shows that it's upcoming live in 113 minutes.
Oh, okay. So my internet thinks it's freaking. I don't understand that.
Okay, I mean, sweet old hat. That's just a pinch.
Oh yeah, it's a story for the podcast.
Oh boy.
Okay. Why is your camera gone?
Yeah. Oh,
there it goes. Okay, shows it's upcoming live in 113.
I can't see you.
Oh, okay.
No, I can see Jesse. I cannot see
thinks
Gabe.
It's freaking. I don't understand that. Really?
Okay, I mean, sweet old hat.
It says on Gabe's end, unstable internet connection for me to him. So I don't know why. Why is your camera gone?
Full blown rip.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, shows upcoming live in 113.
I can't see you.
Oh, okay.
No, I can see Jesse. I cannot see
Gabe. It's freaking.
Okay.
I don't understand that. Really?
We'll go. Sweet old hat.
It says on Gabe's end, unstable internet connection for me to him. So I don't know why. Why is your camera gone?
Full blown rip.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. Then I think we are good to go here.
Are we doing the thing?
I think so. I checked the YouTube. Everything looks the way that it needed to.
YouTube.
Oh yeah. OBS shows like it's going good there. It looks like everybody's centered on the YouTube page.
We're cracked.
We are in fact cracked.
Let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of the Unicorn Cowboy Show. We're your hosts, Jesse, Gabe, and Caleb.
Caleb, you're doing great so far, I must say.
We're really proud of you.
Thank you.
Know that.
For being absolutely put on the spot for this. You're doing swell, pal.
Yeah, I don't know if I really for sure know what's going on yet, but
like I said, if you ever get nervous, just smile and wave. It's the best thing you can do.
Fair enough.
No.
Fair enough.
Yeah, see, it's easy. Yeah, see,
everybody can do it.
It's great. So Fortnite did this to us. For anybody wondering, I had myself a great gaming experience playing for the night. They had the live event, and then they just kind of shut us down. I was like, oh, cool. Play some Nuketown Creative, right? Thinking that'd be great. That got shut down too. So not enjoying that. Caleb, you okay back there?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm fine. Yeah.
I'm fine. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool, bro. So yeah, here we are, doing the thing. So I am nervous. Let's talk Fortnite.
Okay.
So I am nervous that they're going to take away our precious OG map.
Yeah, it's going away.
Really looking forward to that. Is that confirmed?
Yeah, I've already seen the trailer for the new season.
I thought I read somewhere it said that they're just gonna have different modes and maps that you can flip through if you want to.
I think Warzone does that now, right? Can't you play like a few different maps?
Like Verdansk or whatever, Rebirth and all that stuff. I saw that somewhere. I haven't seen anything else, so I'm not sure.
The clip that I saw earlier showed a train with Jonesy going through it, trying to clear it because one of the game modes was capture the train. So there was that, and then there was the actual Battle Royale experience. From what I heard when I was watching a couple of streamers earlier, they were talking about the fact that Retail Row was still going to be in the game.
Okay, interesting.
So there's going to be pieces.
Why Retail Row of all places?
It seems to be like a really hot spot for a lot of people. Obviously, our group never really lands there.
No shot.
I bet they did. I bet there's some kind of stat behind it. Like whatever got landed at as most was whatever they picked or whatever. I'm sure there's some kind of reason behind it.
I mean, a couple of streamers that I watched today, they exclusively landed at retail.
Oh, maybe like a segue, like a hint kind of thing.
Maybe.
What's that like to be like in on the know? You know, you got the scoop. Then
Don't
you know
know.
what's going to happen, but you can't say anything.
I mean, the only thing that I'm in on the know of is softball stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we have our fair share of secrets to keep around here.
Yeah.
And there's lots of stuff going on, and
Wink,
stuff we
wink,
can't
wink,
talk about
wink,
yet.
wink,
Yeah,
wink,
right.
wink, wink, wink. Are you winking or are you farting? What is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. You're good right there. You're whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. Your world. We're living
Nisha,
in it.
Nisha's checking out.
Hey,
She
what's
came
up, girl?
walking through. She gave me that look, and then she was just gone.
Yeah, she was gone.
Yeah. So Caleb, tell me, like, how are we feeling about these free agency moves so far for the Birds?
I don't mind picking up veteran innings, considering we had a bunch of injuries last year to a really shitty rotation anyway. The Lynn and the Gibson, I guess, could make more sense if you get like a legit one, like a Cease, or if you're still in for Yamamoto or whatever. Because Gray's, he's been a legit one, but like we've talked about individually, he's 34. And the other two guys you picked up are 36. I mean, those two guys are going to throw probably 200 innings at a 4 ERA, maybe below if it's a good year.
What do you think about Glass now?
I like it, but like it's the health question, which when you're signing 34 and 36-year-olds, I guess you're throwing some of that out of the window. When he pitches, he's really, really good. He just doesn't pitch very often. It's kind of one of those things,
Sure.
If you can get somebody like a Cease or a Glass now, I would feel a lot better, because then you could even stand to bring in, a Libator or somebody to fill out the rest of the rotation at that point.
If they're gonna do a deal with anybody, I think I'd rather it be Tampa, because I don't think Tampa would fleece you. And you've worked with them. I know the Randy thing's the joke, but you've worked with them before, so there could be some familiarity. You could be like, hey, maybe this prospect will be your guy, and they might gamble again, and it wouldn't pan out, or who knows? I don't know. It just kind of depends. I've seen like Donovan giving up, or Donovan and Gorman. I don't know why you would give up both, but
Donovan,
if you're giving up both,
go.
No, and I think Gorman, to me, that's a 40 homer bat over 162.
Sure.
I don't
know. If we're looking to get rid of people, I've got my name. I've got 3 names right off the tip of my tongue I can give you.
So
it's Carlson, O'Neill, and
Carl. You can't get rid of DC.
You get rid of DC in a heartbeat. As much as I was on the O'Neill bandwagon, that guy is an injury bug.
Oh no! Hey, that's not me. That's him. I like Dylan Carlson. He's just he hadn't got the chance, and he can't get healthy. And when he gets a chance, he gets hurt anyway.
Right.
So it's kind of one of those things.
Tyler O'Neill finished 8th in the MVP voting in 2021 somehow, and he can't seem to get anything back near that. And I think you get rid of Burleson.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on Burleson.
I know we talked in our group
here.
chat about his, hard hit rate, but man, I don't know where you put him.
So real quick, Tomcat in the chat here, he does say 34 ain't old for a pitcher, and I do agree with that. Like, my question with that is, like, I think the pitch clock thing kind of messes with some of these pitchers a little bit. It's definitely going to make guys work harder than they normally would. I think age does become a little bit of a factor there. Maybe as you get older, you kind of work slower to kind of give yourself more time. But with the pitch clock, you can't do that. So I did want to throw that out there. I don't feel like 34 is necessarily old either. But I feel like the pitch clock might change that a little bit. I just wanted to respond to him before we lost track of that and got too far off. But don't even get me started on the one they call Bullwinkle. Okay. Like, I cannot do Alec Burleson at all. Like, he is the guy. Like, maybe like nobody here has, but I know somebody somewhere, maybe coincidentally out of the 4 viewers we'll end up with on this thing, somebody has put in an application for a job and just completely lied about everything just to try and get the job. Okay? Like, and you were just thinking, like, man, if I get a call, what am I going to do? Well, I'm just going to go in there. I'm going to play it cool. And I'm just going to try until I start doing good and hope nobody catches on. That is Alec Burleson. I am 100% convinced. I am 100%
Straight up
convinced.
fraudulent.
Oh, that bum was like, hey, you know what? I can hit this softball pretty far. I'm going to go try out for the pros. No experience.
Happened
They
to
looked
be
at
in
his resume-
Springfield, and they had like a pitching machine, set up to win like season tickets, and he hit one
y'all-
far, and they were like, "Oh wow, this guy can actually hit a baseball. Maybe we should look into this."
Hey, y'all watch this. I'm going to go try and walk on.
Right.
Like I'm telling you, like that guy's never played a single outfield until he got a job with the Cardinals. I'm here to tell you right now, he is fake it until you make it. The guy is just a bum. I can't do it, man. Like he's not good in the outfield. He's an okay bat. I'm not gonna sit here and act like he's a terrible bat. He's an okay bat, but he can't run. And that's not like saying I can, but he can't run. He's not good in the outfield. He can hit a ball hard. Like, what good is he? He's not an outfielder.
With a
Get him out of there.
healthy lineup, you just don't have room for him because you've got
You've got room for him.
Well, I know that, but we had a lot of health problems. But you've got a guy like Gorman or Donovan that's your DH in theory.
Sure,
Should be.
Health issues, like mental health, was the thing for me watching him in the outfield this year.
Because is Tommy Pham going to be the center fielder moving forward?
I mean, I hope we don't sign him. You mean Edman?
Or Tommy Edman. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, hang on.
Yeah, no. Sorry, Tommy Edman. And so then what does that look like for your outfield? Is that Larson left, Tommy in center, and then Jordan Walker in right? With Arenado, Wynn, Donovan, Goldschmidt, and then if Gorman's DHing or if Donovan's at second, you can flip those two, or you can give, Gorman some reps at third and give Arenado a DH role if he needs. I don't think that guy's not touching dirt, but
yeah.
But I'm just thinking of different opportunities there because otherwise Burleson can't go in the outfield. He can't really go to first base.
No.
Yeah. Honestly, the answer to that is if Mason Wynn hits, it gets really easy. Like if Mason Wynn hits next year, and it's not a question mark if he's going to be an offensive producer, then your usage of like Tommy Edman's usage gets really easy. If it doesn't work, Tommy's got to go play short. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sure.
The thing with Tommy is I don't want to see the Cardinals get rid of him because he can do everything. I'm honestly convinced that if Contreras can't catch, they would throw gear on Tommy, and he'd be like, I'll give you 4 strong innings. I don't know.
Hey, if Contreras can't catch, they're signing Taylor Motter, and he's coming right back on the roster, brother, just to get DFA'd one more time.
Oh, my God.
Every time.
That's brutal. That's tough. But, you're probably right, honestly. But I think Edman's a guy. I think Donovan is another guy that, you could throw him behind the plate and he would just like take right off. Like, no.
But the thing is, it's not when they go to one of these positions, there's a huge drop off. They go to one of these positions and they still stay locked in. So that's why I think there's value in guys like that you can't afford to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
that used to be the guys the Cardinals always had.
Right.
Like Skip Schumacher, Descalso was a part-timer, but Descalso was a good one. Aaron Miles back in like the early 2000s for a couple of years, and
I forgot about Aaron Miles.
A bunch of, like Albert Pujols, he played left, then right, then third, then first.
Right. Early in his career, he was all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
He even made a career. Did he make a career start or appearance at shortstop?
One start, and he played his last position, like that wasn't a catcher or a pitcher. In like 2010 in Milwaukee, he played second base. Mm-hmm, so he's played everywhere but like catch at this point now.
Because he got his innings.
You said Grzelcyk? He was just an outfielder though, right?
Grzelcyk or Albert?
Grzelcyk.
Grzelcyk played second. Yes.
Okay.
We only had him. He was only there in 2005, but because he was like a Chicago, us, Kansas City.
Yeah.
He's good. He hit for a cycle.
Oh, he's a good ball player for sure.
Oh yeah, hell of a name. I don't even know how to spell it.
Nah, Q did his best in the chat. That's all you can ask for. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing, but I think a guy like Donovan or Edmund, even for that matter, it's kind of really nice that you have two guys that you can put literally anywhere. Like the thing that I think is the saving grace for Donovan is like he's I don't want to say he's an awesome bat, but he's definitely a good bat. And you can spread him all over the field. Like you got guys that need to take breaks and guys that need a day off. Like he literally just fills that spot all
Yeah.
around the field. You don't have to throw off your entire defense just to give a guy a day off.
He's a professional hitter. He's going
Yeah.
to put together he's going to get you on base at least probably one and a half times a game, which is valuable. I mean, he's not the fastest runner in the world, but he's athletic, and I mean that's what helps with everything else. I mean him and Tommy Edman and Mason Wynn, if he had to, are good references of drafting good athletes and then them just panning out as far as skill wise within major leagues. You get good athletes like those three. I mean, you kind of toss them a glove and tell them to go figure it out.
I do think it's interesting that in the midst of trying to thin out the 40-man roster to get ready for this next season, that the one guy that they talk so highly of in 2021 they let go of with Juan Yepes.
Yeah.
Little Albert.
Yeah.
So my thing with Yepes, I'm gonna tell you something. There is not a single guy in the league that swings harder than him.
No,
There's just
I love
not.
it. I love
Dude, he lived by the philosophy of if your shoes are still on, you didn't swing hard enough. Like he lived and
Correct.
died by that. He might have had it tattooed on his lower back too. I'm not sure.
It's a good spot to put it if you're going to put it anywhere.
It's wild.
Oh yeah.
So, real quick, I'm just gonna, unless anybody's part of witness protection tonight, we're just gonna put it on Facebook. See if we can't get Tony Binskin and the gang in here. Is anybody part of witness protection tonight?
Not tonight. While you're working on that, Tomcat said the Cards ain't going nowhere next year, with Q's rebuttal being that they make the playoffs.
Ooh.
Hey,
I think
it depends on if the offseason is designed to win your division, then that's ignorant. Your offseason should be designed to win a World Series. The winning the Central is not going to be hard.
I was going to say, I think the Central gets a little bit easier with Milwaukee and them kind of tearing things apart. I do think it'll be interesting if the Cubs somehow pull off an Ohtani signing or if they pick up Yamamoto. I think that's where that'll get tricky.
Yeah.
Because the Cubs were kind of flirting with that spot where they were, 2 and 3 in the division. I think the Reds are still really sneaky too.
The Reds
Young pitching.
Yeah.
The Reds are young and like you said, they're young. They fight, like they hang around in almost every game. It seems like they just don't go away.
Right.
Because it's just a bunch of young kids, And like you said, the young pitching on top of that. Back to what we were saying about the pitch clock thing. Like I think the young pitching is kind of the game changer here. Like the Cardinals picked up Lance Lynn.
Right.
And I'm not a Lance Lynn fan.
You need guys with innings because
I am, but I get you.
That bullpen got so overworked this last year because your starters couldn't make it 5 innings without getting torn apart. From an offensive standpoint, so here's where it gets interesting, is the fact that from an offensive standpoint, the Cards were in the top 15 in a lot of categories. So,
yeah.
But then from a pitching standpoint,
they were red hot.
From a pitching standpoint, you were bottom 5 in a lot of categories. So if you can somehow find ways to get just a little bit better from a pitching standpoint, how many games did we watch, Jesse, or did we text about where the Cardinals had a lead going up through the 7th inning, but the bullpen had already been tapped at that point to where they were starting to get exhausted.
You want to know something funny? You want to know one of the only other teams to blow more saves than we did this year?
Cubs.
The World Series champions, Texas Rangers.
Wow.
They are one of the only teams to blow more saves than we did this year.
Yeah,
now, their problem was they blew a bunch of saves early, and they're like, all right, well, let's get Leclerc back in here and get it nailed down. And then they figured it out, where we just blew saves periodically every couple weeks. We'd be like, blow save, blow save, blow save.
Couple weeks.
Gallegos wins reliever of the month in July. Blow save, blow save, blow save, blow save. Like it's just all of us.
Dude, it's bad. So I do think that like a guy like Lance Lynn, like I said, I'm not a fan. Maybe it's just more personal feelings, kind of like the Burleson thing. Maybe it's one of those effects. It's not that I never thought Lance Lynn wasn't capable, though. It just like I don't know. The guy he just carries himself like a freaking dirtbag a little bit to me. And
hey, I like me a little bit of dirtbag on the mound though. Like I on an honest level, like him, Sonny Gray, like Kyle Gibson's a fucking piece of cardboard. He has no personality. But like Sonny Gray and Lance Lynn are going to go to the mound with a little bit of ass, and like we haven't had that in our rotation. And I don't know, John Lackey, and like those guys are kind of fun to watch pitch.
Well, I mean, if that's the case,
if we're just the same category,
if we're just looking for a guy like that to sign, I mean, Trevor Bauer's still available for that matter.
I mean, seriously though, like so.
Well, I mean,
here's the deal. Go ahead.
All day, Trevor Bauer, all day, dude. I mean, that's wild, but he just went to Japan and shoved. I mean, he's still clearly good.
So the thing that I think that would keep I don't think they would anyway, but the thing that would keep the Cardinals from signing a guy like Bauer would be the fact that like he's not like he doesn't play the Cardinal way. You know, it's a big thing. You know, like Yachty was probably the most like what's the word I want to use? Flamboyant, maybe would be the right word. He would be about the only
demonstrative.
Yeah. And he was, and he wasn't really all that bad. You know, we never had a guy like Brandon Phillips or anybody like that. It's just always starting something,
right?
You know, like the Cardinals really don't go for those kind of players. So that would be the one thing that hold you back with Bauer. Otherwise, I'd say hell yeah. And like Lance Lynn and help me, Caleb. Who'd you say?
Gibson.
Yes. Gibson or Gray. I said Gibson was a piece of cardboard.
Yeah. Gibson are great. It's a little bit of emotion. Like it's okay to like get excited on the mound.
Right.
Lackey was the same way. And the big thing with Lance Lynn is, dude, I mean, he's a horse, man.
Yeah.
He will just stand out there and throw and throw and throw and throw. And the Cardinals needed that. Like there was at one point, I remember it was a disastrous stat. They hadn't had a Cardinal pitcher go past the fifth inning and got it. I think it was like 2 weeks.
Oh, dude, it wasn't good. No, it wasn't good.
Like, your bullpen is just shot.
Yeah, we just decided that we wanted to run bullpen games instead. We thought that was going to be a better use of our guys.
Gosh. Yeah, hey, here's Casey Lawrence, a sinker ball pitcher that wasn't good when sinker ball pitchers were still effective in this league. Here he is. We're gonna start Drew Verhagen, and then we're just gonna toss the sinker ball guy out. He's either gonna get 15 outs pretty easily, or he's gonna give up 10 runs. Yeah, it just kind of depends on where the ball's gonna move today.
Like, so. Well, yeah, it all depends on what Verhagen did. So if Verhagen was locked in, then it might not be too bad. But if Verhagen's out there throwing BP, then you're just done. You know, you're just absolutely done.
Here's Casey Lawrence. Hit this ball directly in the ground or hit it off the wall. Figure it out and go get it done. You're not gonna miss it. Kid. He doesn't throw anything that you swing and miss at. Just go hit it somewhere and get it over with. Which
was fine because the defense was really good too. There was a point in the year where the Cardinals had the best fielding percentage in the entire league. So, I mean, like, the offensive stats were good. The defensive stats were good. Just the pitching was just awful. And, like, I am glad to see we're making moves. So who would you give up if you had to give up what would you give up for Ohtani? Obviously, he's a free agent, so you'd have to trade anything. But who would you let walk to make room for him? This is a total hypothetical situation.
I mean, to be honest, if he's gonna pitch, you let any of those young guys coming up in the next 5 years go, because Ohtani is your one for the next 5 to 7. I mean, you're signing him for 10, but you know the back half of that 10, the pitching at least is going to be not a 1, maybe a good 2, like a vet 2. But you let any of those that becomes all those younger guys are going to come up and maybe be a guy. All of a sudden become they're money. I mean, they're currency. You can use them to get more players. It's solvent. It just kind of depends on if you want to spend the money.
The thing
if
with
you spend the money and you bring them in, you let a couple of those aces walk.
The fact that the Cardinals
like
are never willing to, operate at a higher payroll always baffles me, because they've got a fan base that continues to show up. This isn't a situation where you're Tampa Bay and you're struggling to get 10,000 people into your seats and they're trying to build a new ballpark. You literally have 40,000 that show up on a nightly basis.
Yeah.
That can help fill your seats.
They're going to boo your general manager, and he's going to be like, "Oh yeah, you guys are cheering for Newt Ballhart."
Yeah.
Like, no, bow tie. Put a fucking major league staff on the roster, brother.
I want people I want people to refer to Mo as bow tie moving forward. That's all that I want.
Yeah, new rule for the podcast. Yeah. Mo is only referred to as not Mozo the Bozo.
It's
like
just
that.
bow tie.
Referred to as bow tie from here on out.
I like it.
Yeah,
it's too good.
So then I don't understand why you wouldn't go after a Yamamoto. I understand that Ohtani, you're breaking the bank for that one. And and honestly, if that guy can only hit, that's fine. But that's for the Cardinals. That doesn't solve the problem that you got. So I understand passing on a guy like Ohtani, but I'm just thinking long term, like let's be a little more aggressive with the pocketbook here. Never mind the fact you somehow convinced Arenado to opt in until 2027. I don't know what Bowtie said to him to make that happen.
So, like, here's kind of the thing that was bothering me.
What the fuck?
So you got him doing that. I want to know what Bowtie does, like behind closed doors. Maybe I don't actually, but here's where I'm going with that. So he's able to get Arenado to do that. Didn't Goldschmidt take less money here a couple of years ago?
Restructuring
deal. They took a discount.
So you got Goldschmidt taking less money, and then you got Sonny Gray saying he wants to be a Cardinal because they're a winning organization or whatever the hell it is he said. Like what is what? What?
Bowtie's not at these meetings. He can't be. Like, there's no way Bowtie's at the meetings. That's not who they're speaking to. They meet him at the presser and like, yeah, guy's kind of a doofus.
Oh, this is the guy that everybody's been telling me about. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. This guy does kind of stuff. Hey, yeah, man. Hey, you're going to have to give me $5 for that water. Sorry. Like, yeah, that guy kind of sucks. Like, he's just not fun to be around.
Yeah, hey, dude, you take a drink of that? All right, well, we're going to take that out of your check.
He's definitely the guy that brings forks to a party.
Yeah, he's probably like, hey,
taking that out of your check. We're putting that in your contract.
Yeah, they're at the presser, and he's probably saying, hey, real quick, before I put this jersey on, have you paid for this yet?
Yeah, did you go to the team store and get this? Like, do we have your card on file yet? Or
yeah, did we get that logged in? This isn't your game official one. You got to pay for this one. Okay, my fault, Mr. Bowtie. My fault.
Mr. Bowtie. Hey, get you a couple more soda pops. Let's get going here.
The thing, like, with him, it's like if we didn't. I know I shouldn't be standing, but there's no way for me not to look like a tub of sweatshirt on a chair over here.
No, here, listen, I dig it because you got the good background vibe going here.
Oh my god!
Like it looks good.
Fair enough. If he wouldn't have signed, like if Lance Lynn and Kyle Gibson were it, and he would be like, yeah, these are two, like this is an ace. Like, here's Lance Lynn's numbers from 2015 when he was with us. And just put it out there, and it was another bad season, and he got booed. He would still be the same dipshit because he would and Newt wouldn't even be on our team. We would have traded him. Like, oh yeah, you guys miss Newt. Ha 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 ha. Like, no, god damn it, put a team on the field. Like, we keep showing up. Like, pitch or something. You got Nato and Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt thought he was going to win a World Series for the Diamondbacks, and they scrape in. He's sitting there like, oh, I could have just stayed in Arizona and not been cold for 5 months out of the year.
Oh, God.
Like,
well, you mean cold at the plate, or you mean cold physically? What?
Well, either. Like, and he was historically bad in cold weather to start the seasons anyway. So, like, I mean, like analytics, but that's the fun stuff. Why pay attention to stuff they give you?
Listen, I know you threw out a lot of I'll say damning analytics to the Burleson thing, making him seem like he might be the second coming of Jesus when it comes to outfielders that hit a ball hard. But
the shitty thing with him is he's easy to hide if he throws right-handed. You can find him somewhere where he can be kind of the utility guy where you float him around if he's right-handed. He's left-handed, so he's going to play first base which he's not gonna.
Right, or he's got to play the
He's
outfield.
got to run around, and he shouldn't.
Right.
So it's. I mean, that's the bad part. I mean, he hits the ball hard, and all his metrics are great. It's just, what's it look like over 162? You can project everything all you want. I just don't. His metrics make him like attractive, but if somebody wants him, there's no reason not to give him up and keep Walker or Newtbar or anybody else.
Right.
Like I think Carlson has more staying power than he does by a lot, because Carlson's a really good defender and he's a switch hitter.
Sure. Absolutely.
So pivot on that for just a second. You mentioned analytics and how we shouldn't look at those. Did you see that Mike Schilt got signed by the Padres?
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Now I wonder if he'll have any philosophical differences.
Did you see who Miami hired as their hitting coordinators? Their hitting coach and their hitting coordinators?
No, I saw who they signed as their assistant GM.
John Mabry is their new hitting coach for Skip Schumacher, and Bill Miller went with him. So our old hitting coaches are down in Miami, pretty much.
So basically, the NL East has Cardinals 2.0.
Pretty much. I mean, and then you got Jeff Albert running the Mets hitting department. So you got plenty going on in the NL East for former Cardinals.
You know,
give those guys some time. He'll give up a fucking Hall of Famer to one of them too.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. He's due for a head scratcher for sure.
Now, yeah. So what I wanted to say about the Schilt deal though is you talk about all these analytics and things like that. I wonder if that was part of the philosophical differences. Mo wanted him to pay more attention to those things, and he said, "No, I think I like doing this baseball thing a little more old fashioned."
Yeah, hey, listen, Q. Hey, if you're still here, tell them what they say. They say the ball don't lie. Okay.
Yeah.
Say ball don't lie.
No, I agree.
So, like, the interesting thing with Schilt going to San Diego is, dude, there's getting to be a lot of personality on that roster, and then you're gonna bring him in there.
Oh, that's all right. They're getting ready to get rid of some of that personality.
You think so?
Oh, Soto's getting traded for sure.
Oh yeah, Soto's gone. He's gone.
Soto's gone. There's no way they retain
That's
Snell.
gonna happen in the next week.
Hader isn't going back. I mean, they're cutting that payroll. Unfortunately, what a lot of that has to do is the fact that the owner just passed away. Had the C word, and that guy was willing to, dump the pocketbook. You want to talk about a guy that wasn't scared to spend money? I mean, he signed freaking Manny Machado to right. He signed Machado to a $300 million deal.
Give me that guy over fucking DeWallet any day of the week. Like, it's not hard. Like, I can't believe that guy 2 years ago was like at the meetings when it was for the strike. He's like, well, baseball doesn't make money. I was like, you own the Cardinals. It's like owning the Yankees, just not on the coast.
Right.
You make plenty of money.
I mean, really?
Like
you own the Midwest Yankees.
You are profitable. Like,
right.
Yeah, you're doing phenomenal. Don't patronize me. Like, you're doing great. Like, you can pay you. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I cannot believe. And then you got bow ties his little maniacal little puppet, so it works perfectly.
At any point, changing gears here, at any point, do you think Patrick Mahomes says, "I'd have had enough of this. I'm going to play now"? Caleb's gone. He's gone.
I wonder at any point does Patrick being in Kansas City go, "Hey Royals, I'm gonna go ahead and just give you like money to help you go sign people."
Yeah, no. Or hey, let me warm it up. Dad was in the league, and I was a second round draft pick in high school. Let me get it cooking up. I'll throw 50 innings a summer. Like, simple as that. Let me come close.
I mean, does he go play spring training one of these years? Does he finally give in? I bet he still got it.
I mean, Russell Wilson went and played a spring training game.
Yeah.
I think he did one 2 years ago. The Yankees own his. I think the Rockies own his rights now. But I mean, there's a lot of guys like that. Did you know AJ? Yeah, okay. AJ Green was like the best outfielder in America going into college, and he just went and played football. Like, he was phenomenal.
Really?
Like if there's videos of him hitting on like the Citibank, where like the Phillies this past year, or where he goes hits BP, him and Jalen Hurts went and hit, and like AJ Brown, or is that AJ Green? Whichever one's the right AJ. I think it's AJ Brown, right? Plays for the Eagles.
AJ Brown, yeah.
Yeah, he's like a legit baseball player. Like would have been a legit one had he chased that. Like he was a high level prospect.
What's it like to be that good of an athlete, you think? I mean, I know what
it's
like.
got to
I'm
be,
just, like for
for everybody watching us, like let's explain to them what it's like to be that level of athlete, because we're all clearly that.
I mean, what's it like to be in your prime and just never feel like you're going to come out of it?
It's got to be.
I don't know. I'll tell you in a couple of years, Jesse.
Okay.
Like boring, right? Like it's got to be boring. Like, oh, okay, I'll just go play football. Oh, I'm really good at it. I'm just gonna keep playing football. You're like, you know what? I feel like I want to do some baseball videos every once in a while. I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm still pretty good at baseball.
Who's the only player to ever win a World Series and a Super Bowl? Gabe, I know you know this. Don't say it.
Oh, is this supposed to? It's Deion Sanders.
Oh, damn, he's good.
It's prime, baby.
Yeah, come on now.
Hey, just wondering.
Hey, I know Coach is watching, so he knew.
Oh my
Oh.
So real quick, Coach is making a comment about the hat here.
Yeah.
So back in the day, they haven't done this in quite a while. I don't know why. Do you remember when the Chiefs used to come to town and play basketball against MACC?
Yeah.
So the Chiefs did that for, gosh, how many, 3 or 4 years?
What was it? Was it like guys off the practice squad?
There was,
I bet they sent like a couple guys that played, like probably special teams, but like played.
See, I'm looking for like a trademark date in this hat somewhere. So if I can see, so they had the Chiefs a bunch of years, but the year that the Rams won the Super Bowl, and maybe the year before that, they actually had the Rams come in and play against the Greyhounds basketball team. Yeah, and what I got here is I had my old Rams hat. I didn't have anything else for them to sign, so I don't know if the camera quality can pick that up or not.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of autographs here. I found this in my closet when I was getting ready to do this impromptu podcast, and kind of thought to myself, like, I'm gonna bust this out. We got Zach. The only 2 players that I know on here were Zach Polsick and Dexter McLeon. I think, like you said, everybody else was either from the practice squad or like the fillers for the roster.
Right.
But I saw that.
The fighting Gronkies.
Hang on a second. I saw that call my name, and I was like, well, I think I got to have that. I think I'm going to put it on. So that's my fun little tidbit for the hat tonight. Somebody, I know one of you guys made the comment about the hat earlier, so that's where we're going with that.
All right. So then, since you mentioned football,
Hey,
let's stay there for a second.
Okay.
Hold on, before you pivot off of baseball, do either of you watch the Baseball Bat Bros?
No.
No.
They did a home run derby with Matt Holliday and his sons at Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
and they let Matt Holliday hit with his old high school bat, and he was hitting absolute missiles all over the place, and it was really entertaining.
Funny that you say that. My buddy Mike Potts just sent me, like as we're doing this podcast, he just out of nowhere sent me the clips of him doing that, him hitting with his son. Like his son just used to fall on the same fat stack of needles that Matt did, and I think he'll be right there with him.
He's still gigantic, by the way. Like Matt is still absolutely huge.
So have you seen Kyle Farnsworth since he retired?
He is, okay, when he retired, he went to a Florida semi-professional football league. Hadn't played football since his first year of high school. Set their sacks record, was like all of this shit, and then just like left. Like just played football for a year, played DN, set their sacks record, and like never played football again.
Imagine having
that's a real thing.
Man that size running at you. Like, trust me, I mean, there's all kinds of like NFL guys too, but like you got to think in like some kind of like knockoff league, it's going to be guys that like, Yeah, I can probably play football. Yeah, I'll come out there. And then here comes Kyle freaking Farnsworth. Like, hello?
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, so give that a quick Google if you
And
haven't.
that fight
No,
or him now? No, him now.
him-
He is
him now.
no dude. He's huge. He is
Yoked.
gigantic. He's got his pro bodybuilding card. He's gigantic.
Yeah.
Like
Brother.
So it's like he. Oh, Gabe looked it up, didn't he?
Brother.
yeah,
Yeah, you can share that on the
He's
screen if you want to.
huge.
So
here, because I need to pull it over to this screen.
Like I would have loved to seen the team like he showed up for first, because you know that semi-pro football league's probably a bit of a joke. And then Kyle Farnsworth showed up, and like a couple guys watching him around was like, "Hey, I think this guy's a real this guy might be a real athlete. Guys, help! Like maybe we send blockers on this side or something."
Look at how big he is. Now that
He's so huge.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close out of this now that chat can see it too.
Why not?
That is compliments of the New York Post. Don't strike this or anything. Want to make sure we get the credit there. That's a lot.
No,
yeah.
somebody
And there
tried
it-
to-
and
he's
there
the
it
only
is.
pitcher that just like
Former
God, him
reliever
and
Kyle
Nolan Ryan.
Farnsworth, now a football sack artist from the Detroit Free Press.
I told you.
That's
The
so
man-
crazy.
the
See, I
man
didn't know the
was-
football story. I knew the
that
bodybuilding
one's
thing.
great.
I didn't know the football story though. That's wild.
The Orlando Phantoms is who he went and played for.
I mean, it's legitimate. Like they have stats you can look up, so it's got to be halfway legit. And he went and like dominated.
Damn.
That's wild.
I guess that's true. They're keeping stats, so it must be somewhat like reasonably. What do you want to say? Competitive.
Right.
Yeah,
reasonably legitimate.
At least guys that play
Yeah.
college, like maybe
Right.
Division II or low level D1 college football.
Listen, so she gets wild in Florida too when it comes to skill level stuff. It's a very saturated area down there, so there's lots of athletes down there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like going from
Very
like
true.
the softball side of things, like you'll have E teams down there that would just run C teams off the field here.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's such a saturated area that like everything is just different. So maybe football's the same way. Maybe it was like a somewhat of a competitive league.
So just from a football standpoint, real quick,
Yeah.
Roll Tide Roll decided to go ahead and take care of business there. I think that one's going to make this announcement tomorrow with the playoffs pretty interesting. Because
I've seen a lot of things that saying no SEC teams make it in, which it cannot happen. That
I
won't
think
happen.
you'd be hard
The
pressed.
world will burn before that happens.
So I think you look at Georgia's full body of work for the year. They only lost to Bama by 3.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything, it's Michigan. I think it's Michigan 1, Washington 2. Then
Georgia? Question mark. It has to be right.
well, so people are saying that Florida
Georgia
State
is
doesn't
a
make it
question mark
in.
for?
Being an undefeated
Yes,
team, they're
and
saying
I've
that
seen a
Florida
lot of-
State don't make it in. I think that would be wild.
The problem for them tonight is they lost their quarterback tonight. Like their quarterback,
who did?
quarterback went down.
Florida State?
Yeah, Florida State's quarterback went down
Like
during the
down?
game tonight. So, the third string finished the game. I'm not sure if it's permanent, but he did not
Oh, boy.
finish. Yeah. So, I mean, not that should be a question mark. I mean, obviously, like you said, full body of work, but that's definitely something that's going to be brought up. Like, why put a team in that's not going to be full power? Like, you know what I mean?
But like, here's the deal. Like,
So then who gets that spot then if they don't make it?
well, I'm thinking like, what a can of worms you open though. I mean, like from like a
Yeah.
reasonable standpoint, like yeah,
It's
they
Power
don't have
5 goes
their
undefeated.
guy. They don't have their guy, but like at the same time, imagine the can of worms that opens up if they decide not to let them in, and then turns out dude could have made it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's ooh. But you also don't want a team in there that's going to be a duck either.
Right. And so, speaking of Ducks, you know that Oregon's not going to be anywhere close to it because both of their losses are to Washington. So that's a 2-loss team
Yeah, they
that
can't.
moves down. Caleb, why do you have likes on your phone?
That is not me.
All right.
he's got likes showing up on his camera image.
What the fuck? How is that happening? I don't know how to do that. This is not good.
I've got the YouTube video pulled up over here on the left, and I just see this bubble with a thumb just show up.
No, dude, it was like right here. I saw it on my side.
Yeah.
It was like right.
But then watching his reaction,
he's like trying to like dodge it.
Yeah. How am I gonna get away from this?
I didn't know what was going on.
Oh man.
Anyway,
yeah. So
I think the way it's going to probably shake out, and it's probably not going to be right. Bama and Georgia are both going to get in, and someone's going to be pissed. It's just the way it's probably going to shake out. Like Texas might not get in. I mean, Texas got to win over Bama, but Bama's got to win over Georgia, which is a higher profile win.
Who beat Texas?
Oklahoma.
And Oklahoma didn't even make the Big 12 championship.
10-2. Nope. See, the funny thing is, I see a lot of like the Mizzou fans, who some of them are starting to turn into Chiefs fans, kind of like the type of fans.
I can't do the Chiefs right now.
No, that's fine. We can do that later if you would like. Anyways, they keep pretending like you played Georgia great, but they beat you. Like,
right.
I get it. You played Georgia the best anyone has, other than Alabama, but like
right.
You lost. It's the way it goes. Like, your body of work this year was great. You're not getting in. Like,
right.
You lost to Georgia, and then they got beat by Bama. Like, Bama jumped you. It's the way it goes.
Right. I think tomorrow will be interesting. I think that announcement comes out at 12:30 Eastern time.
Should.
I don't know what the committee's going to do to make these 4 teams, but I think you obviously know that Michigan's going to be one of them, and you know that Washington's going to be one of them. And then from there, I don't know what
toss up.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know what you're going to be
looking at. You've got an argument
at.
For everybody.
Right. Because at that point, you've got Texas, Alabama, Georgia that are all one-loss teams.
I don't think you can leave Georgia out.
You've got Florida State that's undefeated at that point. Like, you're going to tell me that you're going to leave a Power 5 undefeated team out?
Well, that's why.
Regardless of who the quarterback is?
The format should have always been you pick your top 6 conferences, whatever your top 6 are, and let those championships roll. It's easier that way.
Right.
I mean, it's just like the NCAA tournament. You can get an at-large bid, or you can win your tournament, and then you're in. Like, it's easier that way.
Next year it goes to the 12-team format?
Which I would hope would be a similar style. Like, if you win your conference, you're in. Now, obviously, the conferences are starting to get huge, so some conferences are going to have some more people. But
that's where it'll get interesting, because you look at somebody like the Big Ten that's going to add a Washington, that's going to add an Oregon. So now you're looking at a potential Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, and Washington that are all Big Ten schools.
And they got to play. And they got to play each other.
They all got to play each other, right?
Yeah.
The Big 12 is going to add the remaining portion of what the Pac-12 had.
I tell you what, just go back to old conferences. No one's really going to like it, but cut the schedule down a couple games, and then play like real, like high school football district style.
Is it from your watch
to get to a championship?
Are you bumping your watch?
But I thought so, but then there's nothing on my watch. Like I mean, I am bumping it, but there's nothing on it.
I just don't know how you keep liking yourself. I'm not upset by it, but
mean, I'm loving it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's like,
I don't know. Oh man.
So like, here's my thing. If we go to adding too many teams and this and that, like, dude, I mean, how many games is college football going to end up being? You know, that's
like the NFL, 17. Well,
because
don't end up like that. I guarantee it.
So at this point, you're 13 games in, so you get 2 more to get your champion. So 15 games at that point, you're only 2 off from what an NFL season is.
But like,
which is pretty much what the next format is.
12 teams is going to be more than 2 games, though.
Right. So
4, right? Should be 4 to get to the top.
Yeah. So then
win.
Right. So then at that point, you're cutting out a non-conference game. Is all that is.
Well, I bet with the 12, 1-2 get buys. bottom
Right.
play, so it cuts a game somewhere.
It'll,
Or they go
sure.
1, 2,
You could,
4, like top 4 seeds get by. These 6 or these 8 go
right.
play. Simple.
Sure.
Okay, yeah,
So
But
getting
I
considered-
think your Middle Tennessee State game, if you're Mizzou, like that one gets cut. Who else was
you got to
the
play.
early
You got to
one?
play real games. You got to play real games.
Right.
You can't play cupcakes. You got to play real ones.
You're playing Power 5 schools moving forward.
Always. You get one cupcake, and you better hit on your cupcake. You get one. You don't get 2 or 3 like everybody else does. You get
look
one.
at Florida State. I mean, the game that they lost their quarterback on, that was a cupcake game, and that was late in the season. That was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean,
and you snuck a cupcake in there.
I think I'd rather.
Well,
I'd rather have a cupcake late just to get Cadillacing. If it's me, I'd rather have a cupcake late.
Absolutely, you keep it rolling. Give your ones a week to rest. Basically, they're going to play one quarter, and then your twos are going to be in the rest of the game.
Yeah, see,
you're
that's my thing.
15, 20 snaps in the first half, and you're done.
Yep. See, and that's my thing with how Mizzou kind of does that thing sometimes. Obviously, this year is definitely the exception. But how many years have they started 3-0, 4-0, or maybe 4-1, or even 5-1? And you're like, man, this is it. Like, we might have a ball team here. And then they struggle to finish 500 once conference season starts.
Freaking basketball did that for like 6 years. I mean, Dennis Gates has kind of figured it out. And Konzo put together 500 teams. That is what it is. But I mean, that's what you would think. Oh, Mizzou's 4-0. I mean, like last year, they were 8-0 and 9-0 until Kansas rolled in, and I mean, Kansas thumped them. But let's be real. Hey, like 9 of those first 11 wins weren't really real wins. They beat Lindenwood and like Southeastern Illinois. Like I mean, they won. It's Division I competition, but I mean, it ended up panning out. But like, I remember saying, well, I mean, yeah, but they beat Lindenwood. Lindenwood's a new D1. They're playing with D2 kids right now. It's the way it goes.
Right. You know,
I mean,
you know what's wild? So Northwestern beat Purdue last night, and
I saw that.
Northwestern's coach is Chris Collins. His dad's Doug Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse, to connect the dots for you there, I don't know if you was a commentator for TNT, was a gold medalist. Okay, so his son Chris played at Duke and was an assistant coach under Coach K forever, and then got the Northwestern job. Been there since 2017, has a losing record as a head coach.
Mm-hmm. They've been worse under him.
Here's where it gets real wild. His conference record is absolutely atrocious. I'm getting the stat pulled up. I'm getting the stat pulled up that way you can hear it. So okay, so his record as a head coach, 161 and 162. So he's a game off from being 500. So not a huge deal there, right?
Yeah.
Guess what his conference record is?
Lay it on me. What do you got?
67 and 121. A win percentage at 356.
Oh, that's a tough night.
Okay, so I lied about when he started. Okay, so he started in the 2013-14 season. Okay. So fourth year in,
they were pretty good for a couple of years. It means it's been pretty bad.
The fourth year in, they made the championship, or made the tournament. Okay, that was the first time they made the tournament. Let's see here. However, Collins led to 12 conference wins. The most.
That's 2017, right? They beat Carolina.
Yeah, second NCAA tournament in the program history. So in 2016, he leads the school to their second ever tournament appearance. So that'll buy you a few extra years. Plus, it's a private school, so they're set up a little bit differently. So it might be a situation where
they care more about academics.
Right. I mean,
a little bit.
So then he makes the tournament in 2016, then doesn't make the tournament again until this last season. Ooh. And he's had a losing record every season. So losing record, winning record in year 3, winning record in year 4. So you're 2-2 out of your 4 years with winning records. Then losing record, winning record.
That's
question mark is how loyal are they going to be to him? I mean,
he made the tournament
that's the
again
only
last
question mark.
year.
Otherwise he's gone.
He finished second in the conference
then
last
he's at
year.
least shown.
So
He's
then,
at least shown some kind of upward over the last 2 years, I guess.
his conference win-loss record. So again, this is from 2013-14 to we'll count this year because he's 1-0. So he's 6-12, 6-12, 8-10, 10-8. So winning season there for the conference. Losing record at 6-12, then 4-16, 3-17, 6-13, 7-13, and then last year another winning record in the conference at 12-8.
Okay. So
when he hits, he hits. When he misses, he misses. I guess. I mean, that's the way to look at it.
My question is, how is the conference itself? Is the conference itself up and down, or are his teams up and down?
His teams are up and down. The Big Ten's
Big Ten.
The Big Ten's tough. It's a tough conference, but like your top schools are always at the top though.
That's fair.
Yeah,
your Purdue's, your Wisconsin's historically,
Indiana's,
your Indiana's, they're all historically good.
That's OG Big Ten too. When it used to just be like Ohio and Michigan and like the upper north.
Yeah, let me. Because I wanted Illinois, Iowa. There's a couple of extra basketball type schools there.
Sure.
Now I think there's also another weird stat with his. I think a lot of his bad seasons correlate with another team's like good years. Like it's a weird correlation. I think I saw that the other day when I was watching them play. Like when they're bad, like Iowa's good, and then Iowa's never really bad, but like whenever Iowa's like kind of run of the mill, they're pretty solid. Like I think there's a weird correlation somewhere with that.
Okay, yeah. See, and that's kind of what I wondered. Like, what events take place that like you're riding? I mean, that's literally almost like riding a wave.
The problem with them is they can't recruit the way that other schools can recruit because they are a private school.
Correct.
And so their academic standards is so much higher compared to what other schools' academic standards are. They're in
the middle of fucking Chicago.
Yeah, middle of Chicago, one, but then two, their academic standards are almost like that of an Ivy League school.
And they're a big broadcasting school, which,
yes.
I mean, not that broadcasters are traditionally unathletic, but it's definitely not the most athletic group.
Right.
I don't know how to describe that better than I did. It's that was a candy ass way, but it's the way it goes.
No, yeah, I know what you mean.
It's only going to the conference is only going to get harder to look into for what it's going to look like moving forward because you're adding UCLA, USC, Washington, Oregon. Like that's going to be hard from not only from a football standpoint, but also from a basketball standpoint because UCLA's historically been good. Oregon over the last decade has been pretty solid. Fun fact, Oregon's head coach used to be a coach at MACC.
What?
Yep. Dana Altman.
Interesting.
Yep.
Talk about finding your way somewhere else.
He was at MACC from 83 to 86.
We lost Caleb.
He had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, I didn't hear him say that.
He's breaking the seal.
Oh, well, hopefully he muted his headset. It don't sound like he did.
He muted the headset. He took his earbuds out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was getting some background noise right now. No, I did not know that he was a coach at MACC. That's interesting.
Yeah, I was there from 83 to 86, then went to K-State as an assistant from 86 to 89, then went to Marshall in my old state for the 89 and 90 season, back to Kansas State as a head coach from 90 to 94, and then from 94 to 2010 he was at Creighton there in Nebraska, and then he's been at Oregon since 2010. He's got 736 head coaching wins with 385 losses.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, he's a pretty good coach.
He not bad. What was his record while he was at MACC? Does it show that? Just random.
It doesn't. Let's see if it mentions it. Nah, it doesn't even mention
it. Might be hard.
Wikipedia.
Might be hard to find that. It might be hard to find the NJCAA records from the 80s.
I bet I could take a walk through the activity center.
Go find it.
Yeah.
Hey man, are you going to breakfast with Santa tomorrow?
No.
No, that's tough.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal, but really looking forward to seeing Santa Claus tomorrow. It's always a good time.
What are they serving for breakfast?
Pancakes
Hey, what are you
and
doing?
bacon and sausage.
Oh wow, that's actually not that bad of a breakfast.
No.
What time? What
Oh.
time's that run from?
8 to 11.
I was gonna say they're probably trying to catch the crowds between first and second mass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have Santa Claus there. Santa Claus. Me and Santa Claus go way back.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Is that who? Is
So-
it the same cat from the Parks Department?
Yeah.
Oh, tough. That's
Yeah.
something.
So, oh man, you ain't lying. I remember this one year, Riley sat in his lap, and he said, "What would you like for Christmas?" And she goes, "Grampy said I have to say parts for his Corvette."
That's funny.
he goes, "Oh, he goes that Grampy of yours." Riley was just blown away that he started talking about
And mild.
Grampy. She was kind of like, "Oh man, he knows Grampy," because Santa Claus is real.
Right.
So that's fun. But let's dip into football for just a minute here,
Okay.
because it'll get a little bit on the late side. Hopefully, everybody catches up with the podcast tomorrow.
Yeah. Because we're about an
so-
hour in, so I don't know how long you're wanting to try and.
Oh man, listen, we're just BSing. If it goes 3 hours, it goes 3 hours. We'll be tired.
Brother, I'm gonna tell you something. You'll lose one of your hosts by then. I tell you that much.
Well, I see Caleb doing a lot of pacing around. He's either got a potty again or he's getting tired. I can't tell which one it
I'm
is.
not getting tired. I am going to have to migrate to a phone charger soon at some point, but that's not that big of a deal.
Let's see. So one thing I would like to do, at least for the remainder of the season, let's do some pick'ems.
Okay.
So
Hold on.
Obviously-
Let me do this real quick.
oh, you gotta pull it up.
I'm gonna go to. So, I have a website booked with Vegas.com that allows me to get the spreads,
Oh, okay, yeah.
so I can give you something a little bit better here.
Ooh, body slam KO. Yikes.
Okay.
He says, "What about Pat McAfee calling Bama for the win?"
That was Jesse. Did you see it?
No, I heard about it.
So he got the whole Georgia crowd behind him, did Georgia's whole chant,
What
and then
a beautiful job.
and then he said, "Roll Tide, I'm picking Bama," and the crowd just turned them. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Hey, Ken, I know we're getting into football. His show has been so good on ESPN, and ESPN has allowed him to be him so well. It's been I didn't think it was going to go this well.
See, and that's kind of what I was curious to know. Like, I like to watch his show, listen, whatever, when he was doing his just thing only on YouTube, and I was very curious to know him. He talks about he's pretty
Animated.
Yeah, he's pretty animated, and he'll talk about whatever comes to mind.
Yeah.
He don't
Bingo.
hold back,
And, they've let it go.
He's big on his vitamins too. I haven't seen or heard much of the vitamin talk on ESPN.
He mentioned yesterday how he saw Aaron Rodgers playing guitar in California, and he said that he may or may not have been high as a kite when he saw it. So
I think he tries to avoid the out and out references to that.
Right.
Like I think that's kind of his one compromise where he kind of tries to avoid out and out referencing the vitamins, but
Yeah.
everything else has been. I mean, it's not changed much. I mean, they've talked about, like, I was watching last week where one of his co-hosts that's really popular, Ty Schmidt, shit his pants, and they talked about it on air for like
the headset
5
just
minutes.
died.
Oh no!
Not died in the sense that it's dead. It died even with the new bass. I knew this was going to be an issue. I freaking knew it.
Rat
Well,
turds.
he can't hear us.
That's tough.
Oh man, so now he's got to go grab another headset. Let's see what's Q saying in the chat here. Hey, he's better than Carson. Yeah. So let's now it's like the suspense of like what's Gabe gonna do to fix this problem.
Does he have like PC like I don't know how headphones? I guess PC speakers.
He's got. I think these are jacks. What's he got going here?
Oh, they're hardwired. There we go. We're good. The hardwired versions are always the best version.
I didn't see him plug them in though.
Okay. And then I need that to still be my mic. And then I need...
Yeah, we may have just been flapping our gums and no one could hear us.
There we go. Nope, you guys are still just fine. It was me not being able to be...
So you're gonna need to check your OBS too, because you probably just went quiet in OBS.
Okay. No, mic's still good there.
I don't know what that means.
Audio though.
Yeah. So.
What's my battery at?
You might have to check your capture source.
I'll go to Well, no, you look pathetic.
Your audio capture. You know what I mean?
No, it's still set for the mic. We're good.
No, your desktop audio.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Properties.
Yeah.
We need to switch it to that one and then hit OK. Okay.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah.
They might have heard none of that, but that's cool. We didn't really talk about it a whole lot anyway.
I can't.
So you get this.
I can't believe the fact that I'm gonna have to keep dealing with these headphones now.
Yeah. So give us a rundown. What all happened there?
Okay, so I don't even know really where to start. Long story short, I've been fighting with my Astro A50s because of a bug that's happened. I don't know. The headset basically has just stopped working. Since October 25th, I've been working on trying to get a resolution for this. And they finally agreed to send me a new base. Not new headphones, but a new base. And this is after multiple firmware updates, going back and forth with them on that. And so they sent me the new base, and things had been fine for, let's see here, I got the base Thursday. So the last 2 days, headset was charging the way that it needed to. Everything was fine. And then today, once we got done playing Fortnite, or when we attempted to play Fortnite, I put it on the charger, and it acted like it wasn't charging. And I was like, nope, that's not it.
And then it just checked
That's
out.
not what I signed up for, Grandpa.
Right. And so then as we were talking, I just heard it go doo-doo-doot, where it died for no real apparent reason. Oh.
I'm migrating. I'll figure it out. No, nothing. Yeah.
And so, yeah. So I think it's a headset issue, not a base issue at this point.
Yeah. I mean, just the fact to me that like that's frustrating as a company that size. Because I mean,
because here's the other thing too. Astro is owned by Logitech.
Right, and that's where I was going with that. So for those that are listening and might not be aware, whatever else, it doesn't matter. So that is a very expensive headset on your head. That is top of the line, top tier, like as good as it gets. Astro A50s, pro gamers wear your headset, and that is a company owned by Logitech. And man, you've got to have lived under a rock if you've never heard the brand name Logitech. You don't even have to be really into like a lot of technology to see that brand somewhere.
You just have to be alive.
Yeah, right.
You got to be living.
So the fact that this company is this big, they make that good of a product, it's so many good products, and that product in particular, it's the top of the line. That's like going to the Chevy dealership and getting your Corvette, and with something's wrong with it, they don't take it back. They say, try changing the oil. We'll try checking the tire pressure. Did you unplug it and plug it back in? You know, it's like, just take the damn thing back. You know,
give me a new one.
Well, because
give me another one.
The thing is, I'm still under all the warranty stuff. Because initially, I wasn't going to fuss with any of it, and Jesse was like, "No, you need to get this done. That way, if something happens, you've got it taken care of."
You got it
right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll get it done. Now, see, I just did a reset of the headset, and now it's accepting a charge.
But you shouldn't have to do that.
Well, I know I shouldn't have to do that, but
like I don't
No,
know.
I'm kind of with Jesse. It's a multi-trillion-dollar company. They should just send you a news. Like, it shouldn't be an issue.
right,
Hey, it's a persistent problem. Help.
right,
Here's a new one. Sorry.
right.
Like, it's done.
Right, you're like, yeah,
Because
like,
I've got the
let somebody else sort that out, and like that's literally how refurbished items become available for sale.
because I've got the old base here that they sent me, and like I said initially, I thought that was the issue, but it hasn't been the case. Anyway, let's circle back here to the football thing.
Yeah, do you get that pulled up? What are you gonna do there?
Yep, I've got it pulled up right now. So I've got two different options for us here. So there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games that are available tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's take four games.
What are you thinking you want to do?
So there's the Eagles against the 49ers.
Ooh.
I want to take that one. I feel like out of obligation, we need to take the Chiefs.
Why don't we just run? Okay. So what do you want to do real quick? What do you want to do?
I figure I'll just
picks?
yeah, I'll give the spread and see what we want to do there.
Okay. Then we'll follow up next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What would be the easiest way to do this, you think?
I was just thinking, like, what if we just went through the whole schedule and just kind of took picks, unless Caleb. I don't know, Caleb, you're up with NFL, right? Would you feel comfortable going through the whole schedule?
I mean, I'm fine with it.
Okay, so then hang on. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up my notepad.
Yeah. Then this is part of our fancy animations. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. So then let me write down Caleb. Let me write down Leslie. And then let me write down Dave. Okay.
Yeah, and you can just write down the team that we picked, and we'll
right,
we'll go
because all we're going to do is just pick against the spread. Caleb, are you familiar with how the spread works?
Yes.
Loving this, by the way.
Okay. Jesse, are you familiar with how?
Yes, I am familiar with how the spread works. Lay it on me, Dad.
Okay, and just in case anyone there in chat is not familiar, the favored team is listed with a minus sign, which means that they are capable of giving up that many points and still being considered the winner of that game.
Handicap, bub. God, hang on.
Oh boy, he shouldn't have bumped it. Okay, so unless there's a difference between, because the way that this is set up is it gives me Bet365, FanDuel, MGM. I don't know that company. DraftKings. So like I've got a bunch of options here. So unless it's like, and we'll just stick with FanDuel and DraftKings because those are the two most popular ones. So unless there's a difference,
you would assume it's all Vegas,
right? And so
all gotta be Vegas. That's what it's all run through.
Unless it's a difference between those two, I'm just going to read the one number and we'll keep it moving.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chargers and Patriots. Chargers by 5.5.
Chargers plus or minus 5.5. So you saying?
So Chargers are favored by 5.5. They are expected to win that game.
Patriots?
Yeah, they're expected to win that game by 5.5 points or more.
Yeah, I think the Chargers cover that.
Okay, and Jesse's got the Chargers. Caleb, what do you got?
I think the Chargers could probably cover that too. Should cover that. So
Okay. I'm with you there. We'll take all three with the Chargers. We have the Lions and the Saints with Lions by 4.5.
Oh, they cover that easy. Easy.
Did you see the way they played this last week?
Listen, so they've had a couple of bad weeks.
Bad.
They had a couple of bad weeks there.
In a row.
Yep, because they almost lost to the Bears, and then the debacle disaster of the century against the Packers there.
Yeah.
But
my wife's squad.
Oh, don't even get me started. Mitchell's gonna be at the game tomorrow.
Just him, or is Caitlin going too?
So I don't know. I say who's gonna be at the game. Last I heard, I think Mitchell just might be sending Caitlin in a +1, and then him and somebody else are gonna go watch the game at the bar.
Oh boy!
Yeah, well, I think it was one. I think it was the
It'd
cost.
probably be more
And
fun, to be honest. Like
Right.
cost wise, yeah, it'd probably be
yeah,
easier.
so he's still up there,
Okay.
but I do believe that I last I had heard he wasn't going. He was just going to basically send her in.
I gotcha. All right, Caleb,
So
what do you
anyway, yeah,
got?
I definitely got the Lions covered.
Lions or Saints?
I know we haven't had any really parity yet. But the Lions are going to cover them, especially with 2 bad weeks in a row. They're going to go down to like. Is that in Detroit too?
No,
Doesn't
it's in New
say.
Orleans.
It's in New Orleans. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still
Is
taking
it
the.
New?
I still take the
I think
Lions.
yeah.
Okay,
It's
then
cut and dry. Lions covering that.
Falcons and Jets. So FanDuel has it at a
Ugh.
1.5. DraftKings has it at 2 points, and everywhere else has it at 2 points.
Who for who?
They have the Falcons as your favorite there.
So Falcons plus 2.5.
Who's playing quarterback for the Jets? Is it Boyle or Wilson?
It don't matter. I'm going Jets.
Well,
Same.
I was really hoping that we would get some sort of difference here, but I don't trust the Falcons to not screw this. Well, actually, you know what? Is that game? Is that game? Is that game at home?
Dude.
Is that game at home?
It's in New York.
It's in New York.
Yeah, give me a Jets.
You know what? I'm gonna take the Falcons.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll circle back to this one then.
Yeah. The Jets are hot trash, man. And I know the Falcons aren't much better.
No, they're not good.
But if it's only 2 points, then it's basically a toss up. So
Yeah, I mean, so my thing
take
with
whatever
it,
you want.
I personally feel like the Jets are in. I hate Aaron Rodgers. Hate.
I love Aaron
Rodgers. So, like, they are a good quarterback away from being a problem, a real problem. I feel like.
yeah, that's fair.
Do you
I
hate
think-
him? Do you hate him because he owns the Bears?
He does not own the Bears. I mean, I would not brag about beating up on the worst
I
team
mean, I guess that's
in
fair.
the NFC.
That's fair.
Not to mention, like, probably I say the weakest division in the NFC. Second weakest because the NFC East has always just been an absolute disaster until these last couple of years. But like, you can't brag about that. Like, take out all of your NFC. Take out all of your NFC North wins, and look at your record. That'd be something interesting. Let's visit that next week.
Okay,
We'll
that's
make
fine.
a side note for that.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to look at Aaron Rodgers' just numbers minus NFC North matchups.
Minus
The NFC North is just trash.
NFC.
So like, I mean, that would be like,
so basically,
it would be like,
everybody against his old division. How does he do against the rest of the league?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I got it noted.
just something curious to see.
All right. Cardinals and Steelers. Steelers are favored by 6.5.
Whoa. Wow.
The Steelers don't put up enough points. I'm taking Kyler Murray and the Cardinals to cover that one.
You think they do?
You think so?
I think I'm going Pittsburgh here.
Okay. Caleb, what you got?
I think I'm going to go with you with Kyler. I think he's
From a
Pittsburgh
fantasy
doesn't-
standpoint, I picked
Pittsburgh
him up
doesn't
because
score
he was
enough.
available, and I wish I could get him into the lineup right now. But Dak has been playing so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Pickens on my team, and like I picked him originally because I figured he was going to score a lot. They just don't score.
They don't score.
I mean, they just don't score. And
No. When
Kyler Murray's
when you got
his
TJ
second week
Watt on
back.
the other side, you don't have to score. He shuts everything down.
well, I guess
Yeah,
that's
that is
fair.
true.
But I'm going to take the Cardinals on that one. I mean, I know, and it's a Mike Tomlin team, but give me Arizona, I guess.
Colts and Titans, with the Colts favored by a point with DraftKings or a 1.5 with FanDuel.
So Colts +1
Yep.
against Tennessee.
Yep.
Woof.
So-
God.
Where's that at?
So technically Colts -1, but yes.
You said Colts.
that-
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nashville or Indy?
I'm pulling it up for you right now. That game is in Tennessee.
Yeah, it's in Tennessee. I got that pulled up here.
Oh, okay.
So Tennessee +1. So here's my thing with games that are like +1, +1.5, +0.5. Like, that's
50-50.
probably going to be a disaster of a game to watch.
Right.
That's the only thing that comes to mind. when I think of that. It's like, oh my gosh, like
I'm
that,
gonna
that's
take
Or
t-
hey, it might be the opposite. They might just go shoot it out, take like the old Western corral, just fucking skid a hucking.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Same.
Nah, man. I'm going Indy.
Give me King Henry.
Okay. Dolphins and Commanders. Dolphins at 9 with DraftKings, 9.5 by FanDuel.
Before we go too far, Jonathan Taylor's out.
Oh, I did forget that.
You want to change it?
Jonathan Taylor
No,
is out.
They
I mean, Zach Moss is legit. I mean, he is legit, but Jonathan Taylor is out.
yeah. So I got Widow Johnny is what a guy Wild Bill at work called him, Widow Johnny. So yeah, I don't hate the replacement option for him there. I mean, they proved that like they can still, I won't say move the football as effectively, but they could definitely still
They can get it done.
going, yeah, and get things going without him. So I still stand behind my pick.
Okay. So then
now
Dolphins and Commanders either 9 points or 9.5 with the
The
Dolphins
Dolphins.
favored. Okay.
The Dolphins.
So Dolphins in Washington, yeah.
I don't even care where it's at.
Then Denver
It's-
at Houston.
So are you taking the Dolphins?
Me, yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so next game is Broncos and Texans. With
Give me the kid.
Okay.
Give me CJ.
What's the spread?
3.
So Denver at Houston.
Yeah.
Who's got the 3?
Texans.
Is it Houston plus 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Houston -3.
So Denver plus 3.
Yes. So Denver is the underdog. So Texans are favored. Texans are expected to win that game by 3 points or more.
Yeah, right. So like I always go, whoever gets the points, I always say that like Denver plus 3.
Okay.
Which makes it easy for me to compute. Like
Great.
Denver gets a 3-run spot.
So now I know how you're saying that. Yes.
Yeah.
+3.
I'm taking Denver here.
Okay.
Russ is getting it figured out.
Oh, is he cooking?
Russ is getting it going. I think it's time.
I don't know. I think CJ Stroud's too much.
Bingo.
Okay.
Give me the kid.
Panthers and Buccaneers. Buccaneers +3.5.
That's a close spread.
No, well, I'm taking the Buccaneers.
In Tampa Bay.
Ah,
Plus 3.5.
Don't forget
the Panthers are so bad,
and they just fired their
coach.
Yep.
Half though.
Hold on. Most of the time when teams fire their coach, they come fired up.
Yep, that's what I was getting ready to say. Like, I'm going Carolina here.
Okay.
That might be a disastrous pick. But I'm going Carolina. You took Tampa Bay, didn't you?
I did.
Oh gosh.
I'm kind of gonna the coaching thing's kind of a real stat. I'm gonna take Carolina to at least cover it.
Okay. Then we have 49ers and Eagles with the 49ers +3. I'm going Eagles.
They're too good. I'm saying
That's in Philly.
Yeah, it's in Philly too.
Yeah, I think you got to go Eagles there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a game though. That's gonna be a game.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
I mean, that's a rematch. That's a rematch from the NFC Championship with Brock, and they got Purdy.
Right. Yeah. Browns and Rams. Rams +4. 3.5 with FanDuel. 4
is Stafford
with
back
DraftKings.
playing?
Is Stafford back? You said.
Yeah, Stafford playing. Has he been playing?
I don't have the answer to that.
Flacco's your quarterback this weekend.
I mean, hey, MVP Joe. I mean, he's a former MVP. Who knows? He might sling that thing.
What's the spread?
4.
+4?
Yeah, 3.5 with
4?
FanDuel. 4 with DraftKings.
Cleveland +4. Wait, you said Cleveland +4 or Rams +4?
Rams +4.
Rams +4.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take it.
Taking the Browns?
No, Rams +4.
Oh, okay.
I despise anything Stan Kroenke. Give me the Browns.
I think
Yes, you. Oh my God, you're out of control.
I'm going with the Rams here. Okay. Chiefs and Packers. Chiefs favored by 6. So
Packers.
Chiefs plus 6. Caleb's taking the Packers.
I refuse. I will die on my Chiefs hill. That's fine.
Plus 6.
Yeah.
I can't. Almost threw up saying it.
You're taking the team that you don't want to.
Thanks for sparing me.
Not Caitlin's team. Got it.
No. I think I am.
You're gonna take You're gonna take Caitlin's team.
I think so.
Oh boy.
Yes.
I'm not. I'm taking Taylor Swift's favorite team.
Oh man.
And
A whole
then
other reason to hate that fan base.
Bengals and Jags 9.5. Jaguars plus 9.5.
Jags, no Joey B. Give me Jags.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So we got a little difference
Yeah, you took the fighting Taylor
1,
Swift.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay.
I give it two more weeks before Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift fight each other in their suite.
Bro, they had a
2
secret
weeks.
handshake going.
That's fine. Jackson Mahomes is going to find somebody to kiss one or the other. It's going to be a problem.
Oh man, what a terrible name to bring up.
Oh boy. So how was everybody's day?
Oh. Hey, don't do that.
I
Don't
could-
do that to the kid.
I could not do it. We just had to make him relive that the other day too.
He forgot the moment the other day in a Fortnite party, and I explained it to him, and he goes, "Oh, well, that sounds like me." I was like, "Well, that's good."
Yeah, it sure does.
I mean, it was.
You know what
It was you, buddy. So
one story that I love the most was when you were saying that it was his birthday party, whatever it was, and his dad made the mistake of telling you that he always worries that not everybody's having a good time and he has to say hello to everybody. So then you made the comment to him.
Hey, this was Seth and me, by the way. This was Seth and I.
Please
So both of us-
please tell the story.
Oh. And like Jackson was fully in. Like he saw Randy tell us. Like he like, but like so his dad tells us at his 30th birthday party. He goes, "I just hope he's having fun." He gets worried and like that he's not said hi to enough people. And then his girlfriend Michelle also said the same thing. So Seth and I, in the ever-present fuck around that we live in when it comes to social stuff, immediately like, "Oh, okay, this is probably something we're going to make a thing until tomorrow, and then maybe for like probably for a while." And then we did, and then like it was just looking back, I feel bad, but like in the moment, it was really really fun. Like I had a great time doing it. And I was like, "Hey Jackson, I didn't see that lady. Have you said hi to her yet?" He goes, yeah, that's my aunt. I was like, "Oh, okay." Like I just didn't know if you'd said hi yet. Like I want to make sure. I mean, this party's for you. Like, yeah, like this party's for you. I didn't meet her. Can you tell? Like, I want to go meet her. Like, take me over there, please. Like,
oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'll give him so much credit. That's why I love him. He's a good sport.
Poor
dude,
98% of the time.
Poor Fringe.
And it's great. And he wears it every once in a while. He's like, "God." I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah. But I mean, like, I saw him at the Mizzou game. We went to the Mizzou game together. Like, he's Mizzou super fan numero 1. Like, he's season tickets. Like, he loves it. And
really? I thought he was a season ticket guy. I knew he's a big fan, but I know he's a season ticket guy.
He's got season tickets for basketball. He's big bought in on Dennis Gates. He's a big fan of
Okay.
Dennis.
Okay. So.
Shut your mouth, Dennis.
Watch your mouth, Dennis. Oh, dude, I have to find that clip. We were talking about that the other day. So one thing, like I one of my favorite Jackson stories. So it is, what is the Show Me Games? He played Show Me Games with us this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like we we on paper. If you just showed me on a piece of paper, hey, I'm taking this team and
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah.
play D. Like, all right, man, y'all might be decent. Like, if you get hot, you're going to get dangerous. So I'm thinking, like, all right, cool, yeah, we're good to go, right? Like, this is going to be a good time. We're going to have a good little ball team. We're going to have some fun. And I don't remember which game it was, but it was just nothing short of dumpster fire.
I mean, take
And
your pick. Who knows?
here we are getting ready to just climb Mount Everest as far as like getting ourselves out of a hole to even stay in the game. And Jackson comes over, he turns on the music, he turns up real loud, and he goes walking onto the field. And Gabe just stops and he goes, Jackson, what the hell are you listening to? Like I finally pay attention to the music, and it's Creed. Creed, can you take me higher? Like, Jackson, this is what you choose to get the guys gassed up? Like, what is going on? Gabe just goes, Gabe goes, what the hell are we listening to? Turn that off, he said.
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. He goes, what do you like? Hey, what do you want to get pumped up? I was like, I don't know. Give me some Creed. And boom. Because, like, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I get down to some Creed. It may have not applied to the situation, but it was going to get me hyped. I also didn't think he was probably going to play it.
Remember the human you're talking about.
Well, I just didn't think, like, I like Creed, and it pumps me up. But,
I'm
like,
not pumping up, but I do enjoy Creed.
I know not everyone's going to, like, it's probably not everyone's cup of tea. I know a lot of people, just like Nickelback. I don't dislike Nickelback, but there's going to be some people like, Nickelback.
So
I want that face forever saved.
Can we get the sound effect to go with it?
Right. Hey, chat, clip it.
Yeah, chat. Kyle!
What the heck, Kyle?
Bro, I hope we find Kyle tomorrow. I hope we find Kyle
and Chad both.
And his buddy Chad. I hope we find them both tomorrow.
Oh, man.
It'll be our second live video of the weekend. So, we were going to spin off of that with something. I don't remember what. We had football picks in, had Fortnite complain about because they cut us off. They're really killing us. We could have been done playing video games at midnight, and here it is at 12:40, and we're talking about just God knows what. So this is great.
I'm ready to shut this thing down. We've already been at it for an hour and a half.
Okay.
You got to give the people a little bit something to linger and wait.
Are we trying to do this? Are we trying to do this bi-weekly?
I mean, why not every week?
No, weekly.
Okay, can I request that Friday next week? Because I have a tournament, and I'm going to play Saturday, and Hannah's Christmas party is also Saturday.
Tournament?
But I would have...
What tournament are you playing in?
He's got basketball.
No, I'm not playing. Yeah. So we played Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So, I mean, maybe there's a gap somewhere, but it would be in the evening.
Tell you what. Let's set a date right now, and I'll go ahead and put the. Oh wow! Can we just for a second?
Yeah, your potato is shot.
Done. He's done, brother.
Yeah,
brother.
Oh, hold on. You want to see a sleeping potato?
Get a little bit of light on you there, pal. Golly.
You got some dreamy twitches right now too.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
We're full into it over here.
That boring.
Next Friday won't work for me unless it's late.
How
I can do late.
Probably like 11:30, 12ish.
Wow. Okay.
We've got the Christmas party next week for work.
Oh yeah.
I can make that work.
And we've got Friendsgiving that following day. Yeah.
I mean, we can either go live or record it, one of the two.
So Caleb, we've got the ability just to record and then push it live.
Okay.
Or we could just push it live anyway. It's Friday night. It's not like it'll be a hard crowd to find.
Right.
Yeah, we can go Friday night. That's fine. I can go late. It won't matter. We'll play. It'll be like a afternoon game either way.
Great.
It'll be fun.
Tell you what, let's shoot for 11, and Caleb and I can get started, and then you can just join when you get there.
Okay, easy enough. So next Friday, everybody, buckle in. That is December the 8th.
Oh, man, let's go. December 8th. Let's see. I'm gonna grab the computer right now.
So December the 8th. So things that we're going to talk about. We can already tell you things to look forward to here. We're going to go over our pick'ems. Let's do this. Best record at the end of the next, because this is week 13. So there's what, 17 weeks? Okay. So the winning record at the end of this, put in a pot. You want to do a pot? You want to do a nice dinner? You want a 12-pack of your favorite soda?
I was thinking like loser gets something. The loser has to do something.
Oh,
like a punishment?
You want to do a punishment.
Worst record.
Ooh. That could be more fun. I mean, it's not monetary or anything like that, but it could be more fun that way, I guess.
What's the title of next week's stream going to be?
Let's see here. Is Aaron Rodgers that good of a quarterback?
Is Aaron really? Is Aaron a fraud?
There you go.
Or we could really try to bother Q and say booing with the boys.
Hashtag booing.
Okay, so we'll have Aaron Rodgers information to go over. We'll have an update from the winter meetings, hopefully.
Yep.
Yes. And Caleb, if there's anything, not even sports related, say you saw something cool on your way to work and you want to tell your friends about it, buddy, tell us about it.
Light it up.
We'll have
my storytelling must be top notch.
We'll have.
Do you need me standing so I can have my hands flailing all over the place?
I don't know.
Listen,
I kind of like that view. Yeah.
Wasn't
that bad?
That's kind of a vibe there.
Fair enough.
Kind of inspired me a little bit.
We'll have the Fortnite update to go over as well.
Oh, hey, let's go.
And then we'll have pick'em results.
So what day is that? December 8th? Yes.
Yep.
Done. It's scheduled.
Okay, so we have Aaron Rodgers to discuss. We have the update from the winter meetings. We'll have Fortnite to discuss, and we'll close with our results from week 13, week 1 for us of pick'ems, with week 14 pick'ems after that.
Fair enough.
I'm here for that.
Unless anything else sneaks in.
Q says Lucia's got to do a bow tie outfit.
This won't show because of
the next one.
I was gonna say
The blur.
because of the blur, it won't show it. But I've already got all of our picks down here, and I've already got our chance out of 12. So I've already got that done. So that'll be an easy one to take.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that blur was going to kick off with it being that close, but did decide not to. Yeah. Hey, nice job tonight, boys.
Yeah. Hey, Caleb. See, aren't you glad you just consented and smiled and waved? Aren't you glad you did that? Okay, I figured you were.
It was better than just sitting around waiting to fall asleep. I will say that.
So we got to locate. So Gabe and I are gonna work on a thing here. I think. We've talked about that. I've kind of got the ball rolling with this second channel again here a little bit. Like this has got me inspired. So Kraft, I believe it was Kraft, came out with 3 different kinds of macaroni and cheese, maybe 4.
Oh yeah.
Was it clam chowder? I'd have to look them all up now.
Hang on, I'll get you real quick. Kraft mac and cheese, new flavors.
I'm gonna make Gabe endure this agony with me, but I think we're gonna try them for the YouTubes.
Some tryouts to see if it's any different.
Well, so I mean, it's like some wild off the wall stuff. There's like chicken and waffles flavored macaroni and cheese. There's clam chowder.
Clam chowder cannot be good.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like somebody thought it was a good idea. They made it, so somebody thought it was a good idea.
I mean, it must have passed like a testing phase, but fuck.
Yeah, I can't find it right offhand, Jesse.
Look like a boomer over here. My freaking flashlight was on my phone. That's sick. Let me see.
There's creamy Alfredo. There's 4 cheese, 2% milk and cheese. I've got all the kids' flavors: sharp cheddar, Southern home style, white cheddar and bacon, white cheddar and black peppercorn, white garlic and herbs.
Ooh. White cheddar and black peppercorn. That sounds like it might get down.
Yeah. The biggest thing will be whether or not Walmart is going to carry these.
So Caleb, we're gonna do, and you're, we can coordinate. So I would like to do like when like a new drink drops, like a drink review, like when they did the mystery Fanta. They did a mystery Fanta over
For
Halloween. I thought
Halloween,
that'd be fun. Sponsored by Quick Trip.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're
Home of the taquitos.
Taquitos. Oh, here it is, right here. Clam chowder, Coney Island chili dog,
What the?
chicken and waffles, and then buckle in for this last one here. I know you're sitting down, but I'm gonna make sure to tell you. Make sure you're sitting down. Mystery.
You have so is it supposed to be like traversing? Like you got northeast, then you've got the south, and then I forgot what the middle one was.
You know what? That you might be onto something there. You could very well be onto something there.
Clam chowder, northeast,
Coney Island chili dog.
Yeah, and then you the south. I mean, it's.
Oh man!
And chicken and waffles, chicken waffles. I mean, take what you want.
So if we got the Midwest, man, we got stuck with mystery. That means it's probably gonna taste like meth or something. Damn it!
Oh man.
Okay.
Hey, meth or Casey's Pizza?
Boy, if they made it taste like Casey's Pizza, that'd be okay. I tell you that much.
Bro, pizza. Oh, what?
Hey, little Midwest bakery just happens to sell gasoline on the side.
Hey, listen. What if you took mac and cheese and chopped up like pepperonis and put it in there and like, Italian seasoning?
I ain't having that.
Your mom's not having it.
Your mom went to not having it college.
Oh, dang it. I don't know which one that is.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what college she would have attended. Probably some private school if I had to guess, but...
Yeah, that is true, because they ain't having that shit.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and shut this down. Let me go ahead and buckle in the voice here. Hey, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in to Unicorn Cowboy Show, Season 2, Episode 1. Look forward to seeing you here on December the 8th at around 11 p.m. Central Time when we discuss Aaron Rodgers, an update from the winter meetings, Fortnite update, and lastly, our pick'em results in Week